Welcome back. High drama was seen today outside PDP leader, in fact Chief Abdul Nasir Madani's house in Kollam district in Kerala. Madani, who was accused in the 2008 Bangalore blast case, might just not be arrested today. A medical team examined him a short while ago at his residence because Madani has said that he's suffering from fever. We all know that Madani is a chronic case of diabetes as well, but Madani seems to be playing his delayed drama very clearly because remember, the Karnataka police has been here for the last 7 days and has not managed to yet meet with Madani, leave alone arrest. Police sources tell NDTV they all were prepared for an arrest today, but Madani's medical drama, or whether it is genuine, is yet to be seen because the blood samples have been collected for tests. Remember, Madani's anticipatory bail comes up for hearing tomorrow in the Supreme Court. So this could well be a case which Madani could be faking to ensure that he rules the terms, even if it means he's an accused in a case as serious as the Bangalore blast case of 2008. So we'll have to wait and watch what the Supreme Court will say tomorrow and whether the Karnataka police is ever able to arrest Abdul Nasir Madani. Moving on, after an ugly scene that unfolded at the Independence Day celebrations in Srinagar, the police has now said the shoe attack on Omar Abdullah was a political conspiracy. Just yesterday, they had claimed that the attacker has said that he was asked to do so by a politician. But now sources tell NDTV that the attacker, a suspended policeman, does not mention a politician in his interrogation. 15 policemen, including 4 officers, have been suspended for this breach. Ironic that top CEOs are having to go through cost cutting, but now it seems that the MPs want some salary hike. It could have been celebration time for the MPs of the parliament today itself, but it seems that a few MPs decided not to have a salary hike. So that has caused a divided house. The salaries of the MPs were to go up from 16,000 rupees a month to 50,000 rupees a month. But the cabinet has now asked and in fact deferred a decision on increasing the salaries of the MPs. At a meeting today, ministers Vayalar Ravi, Ambika Soni and even Chidambaram are meant to have opposed the almost 4-fold hike proposed, suggesting that there should be only a proportionate hike. Other ministers argue that the cost of living was high and so the hike proposed should be approved. Very ironic considering all of us too have a high cost of living and our salaries simply don't go up, it seems, in many years' time. And in fact, there's a lot of cost cutting happening within companies, but MPs now want a salary hike for the first time ever, complaining of price rise and inflation. This is against the House Committee proposal of rupees 80,000. The committee wanted the salary of MPs to be 1 rupee more than the salary of secretary level officers. The daily allowance will be hiked from 1,000 rupees to 2,000 rupees. The government has refused to concede committee's demand for increase in air travel, rail travel, hike in telephone allowance and other benefits. They will remain at existing levels. However, there will be further discussion as on whether there should be an increase and if yes, then when. Time now to look at all the buzz from the social networking world. Here at NDTV Hindu, we call it writing on the wall. Divya Kumar gets her pick of the status messages, and the reason we're playing this just after we played out the story on the MP's strike is something you'll find out as you see this.
A day after Independence Day, guess what people are discussing on social networking sites? Anil Jain says, hike in MP salaries from 16,000 to rupees 50,000 because these people disrupt parliament. What an Independence Day bonanza for not working. If you find any newsy updates like this, do send it to feedback@ndtv-hindu.com and get in touch with us through our Facebook account.
Right, the theme song by Oscar winner A.R. Rahman has been given an approval. The theme song, remember, for the Commonwealth Games is just about 48 days away. After a group of ministers met to consider various aspects of the opening ceremony of the event, Rahman has dedicated the song to Mahatma Gandhi but didn't want to release the song just yet because he says he's tweaking it to make it even more exciting. The last time Rahman composed music for a sporting event was the official song for the Champions League, and Rahman clearly says, in fact jokes, that it's got nothing to do like the Waka Waka by Shakira.
Oh yaro, ye India, bula liya. So it starts like that, like a call about India calling, and It's complex to explain, but once you hear it, I guess you'll like it. Thank you very much.
Okay, Rahman, of course, we all know, has scored the music for that very, very big movie, Endiran. Now, Rajinikanth has said that there are no punch dialogues in this movie, Endiran. Then what indeed are the dialogues? Is it going to be like the typical Rajinikanth movie at all? This man, who has written for the first time ever for a movie, that too a Rajini movie, that too the most expensive movie, is here, right here on our studio. Remember, we promised to get you the newsmakers only on Headlines Now, and here we have him. Karki, the son and the only son of Mr. Vairamuthu. Thanks very much, Karki, for joining us live in our studios. You seem to be in the hot seat right now. Of course, we do know that, that your name appears on the CD just against Shankar and the late Mr. Sujata's name as dialogue writers. Tell me, did you, soon after the music was released, make sure that you went and picked up the first CD just to see your name against Shankar and Sujata? How exciting is it?
It's really an exciting thing, Ratika. Like, you can't explain it in words. Like, as a child, as a school kid, I was a fan of all these people. I was a fan of Rajini sirs, Badshah, Tadapati, yes, and a fan of Rahman sir since his first song. Like, my father came and introduced music. There's some fresh music, listen to it, and he played Chinna Chinna Asai. I remember every single thing, and remember like, all the biryani that I ate from Rahman sir's house as a kid. And I never ever thought I'd be working with these people. Like Shankar sir, I knew him from the very first movie, from Gentleman. I've seen him coming to our office. And Sujata sir, I'm a very big fan of Sujata sir's writing. Like, in fact, like his writings on many short stories and other things like inspired me to work in computer science area. Like, so all these people have been like dream
like
and
demigods for you, and now you find your name just against
them.
So we of course are very happy for you, Karki, considering you seem to be a freak in computers, I'm told, someone who enjoys just the different components that are there, not just hardware but even software, and apparently even Rajinikanth has exclaimed that it was too technical for him. Tell us what Rajinikanth's reaction was when he knew that a couple of dialogues were given by you.
Okay, the first time I met Rajini sir after I started writing dialogues and the songs was for a dubbing. So when he was dubbing for the movie, I was there to help him with pronunciation of some technical words, and that was when I met him, and immediately he said, like, you wrote that song, the last song for the movie, and it's amazing, like, it's super. You've used a lot of technical words and it has come out so well, and the music is amazing and everything. So
which words? Tell us which words, technical words, were you trying to teach Rajini to pronounce?
Oh, any movie, like it's a movie about a robot and a scientist, and he talks in a conference and he talks about the specifications of a robot and all these things when he needs to. So we were working on that together.
So was he comfortable pronouncing those very words?
He was getting it very quickly. We were all very amazed, like how fast he was able to grasp those words and pronounce them with ease.
All right. You've also penned lyrics for two songs, like the one you were mentioning, Boom Boom Da Robo, which of course is an instant hit, something that struck a chord with people, perhaps the younger generation, because Karki has used tremendous number of technical words from the computer world. What was it like when you were penning words for him? Did you give it a lot of thought? Did you take inspiration from your father?
Actually, I was with the script. It was completely with the script. So both the songs are very much related to the script, and when you listen to the lyrics closely, like, you can follow the story. The lyrics actually talk about the story, what the story actually wants. So the one song, the first song, the Irumbile Ori Hridayam song, was about how a machine falls in love. So when a machine starts to fall in love with someone, so how will it sing? How will it see? How will it see the point of love? How will it see that emotion? How will it see the whole world with eyes of a lover? So this is a very new situation. I think this is the first time in the world that such a situation is ever coming. No other songs in any other language, I believe, a machine falls in love and sings about someone has ever occurred before. So this is one of the first times.
All the first things should of course happen in a Rajinikanth's movie. Karki, Rajini of course said that there are no punch dialogues. Your lyrics are there for us to see in the two songs. But tell me, are there no punch dialogues at all?
There are no punch dialogues in this movie.
God, that is such a disappointment.
No, it won't be a disappointment. The hero of this movie is not actually Rajinikanth sir, it's the script. The script actually is an amazing script which Shankar sir has worked with Sujata sir, and it's super amazing script. Rajini sir being in this movie is going to take the script to a totally new dimension, totally new heights. So that's all I can say about this movie. Rajini sir's done absolutely amazing performance which we've not seen
before
in the past. Yeah,
right.
He has done a super performance in this movie, so you'll have to wait for the movie to come.
Right, all right. Karki is of course penning lyrics for the first time. He's writing dialogues for the first time for a movie. He, of course, we all know, is the son of the famous Mr. Vairamuthu, someone who really cannot be replaced in the industry, not just in Tamil Nadu, but perhaps one of the best in the countries. What has been his role? Did he sort of push your case for joining the Endiran gang?
Actually, he didn't know that I was interested in movies, first thing. And he knew that I was working in the Endiran team only after Shankar sir called up my father to inform him that I'm part of this team. So it was a surprise for him. So when I went home, he just asked me, how did you manage to get inside the team and how were you inside? So what are you doing? And he was very thrilled like me. So he didn't help in any way.
So you mean he didn't know that you were a part of the team until the director told him and not you?
Sure. Yeah, that's true.
Oh, okay. So how much of a role did your father play after he came to know that you're there? Did he sort of look at your lyrics or your dialogues? Did he make some changes, additions?
No.
Or was it completely two different things? Because he, we all know, is one of the best when it comes to writing stuff in Tamil. And you seem to be writing this, the new genre you seem to be creating with ripples with the computer world.
True. He didn't know anything about my lyrics until the songs got released. So he listened to the lyrics just a day before the audio launch, and that's when he just said like he likes the lyrics. He just mentioned a couple of lines which he loved, and that's when he knew anything.
Okay.
He doesn't know anything about the dialogues or anything about what I've done so far.
Okay, great. Lastly, very quickly, Karki, your father's name of course means diamond and pearl. Vairamuthu means diamond and pearl, and I must tell you, every word of his is indeed something as glittering as diamond. What does Karki mean, and what sort of a stone do you represent?
Karki, does not mean a stone. It actually means bitter in Russian. It's actually, I was named after the Russian writer Maxim Gorky, and the Gorky got double transliterated from English to Tamil, Tamil back to English to Karki. So that's my name.
Okay, we wish you all the luck. Karki of course means bitter, but he's not going to have a bitter future. We bet that your future is going to be as sweet as some of the lyrics that you have written. Thanks very much, Karki, for joining us. This was an NDTV Hindu exclusive. We're going to leave you with pictures, in fact, of songs that Karki has penned. Look at them and enjoy, and I'll see you tomorrow, same time. Goodbye.
Boom, robo-da, robo-da, robo-da. Zoom, zoom.